Welcome to Classic Car Cave. I'm just going to give you a quick update on what's happening with the XK150. I spoke to Jonathan Skinner. This is the company, or John Skinner it's called, but the son now runs it, Jonathan. And I've talked to him about making this new cover for the tonneau, and he's going to make it out of leather. But because the leather's quite pliable and there is a piece that goes in this which stretches the material so it's nice and taut across the seats. But 90% of the time it's going to be open, and I'd rather have something that goes with the colour and is the same material. So I think they're going to try and put some kind of backing in it and make me a new tonneau cover for here. There's a couple of other things I need to do on the car as well, and I'll show you that now. This is quite an early car. I think it's it's in the first 200. I think it's 191 roadster that they made. So it's a very early car, and I'll show you some of the anomalies with this car that you don't get with the later models. So as you can see, there's no door check on this car. That's not because it was repaired. All the door was repaired and everything else, and we forgot to put it on. They didn't come with the door. Now, it's fairly obvious that we can't have the door open like that. I mean, not the door itself. Obviously, there's a liner and a door card and everything to go in. But what I mean is we can't have it open to 90 degrees like that. You could imagine, I'll just pull that back a bit, sorry. You could imagine if that door flew open or the wind caught it at 90 degrees like that. It does have its own stop on it. You can see it here quite clearly when you see how it's got a stop there? It can't go any further and it doesn't hit anywhere. But obviously if that door was to fly open with the wind, you know, I mean that's a hell of a distance out. I don't want to take the chance. So what I'm thinking is if we go sort of that, I don't know, it's a very long door anyway, I don't know quite how to get around this, but what I'm thinking is making some check straps in here, and what we're thinking is making them out of leather, a leather cover, but use webbing, you know, something like a seat belt, and then put the webbing on, and then put a cover over the top of it, and I could make something chrome up to go from here onto this part of the door, onto this part here, screw it on, and so it's a strap, so basically it would fold back on itself here. And I'm not quite sure I'm going to do that, but I think that's probably the way to go. I mean, we can always be aware that the door could open that far, but you can imagine the damage that could do if somebody come up alongside you and you flicked it and the door suddenly sprung open. It would be a right mess. So that's something I need to think about doing. Yeah, it's just too... By the same token, I don't want it kind of like that, where you've got to kind of sneak in and hold on to the door. I need to make a kind of compromise. How exactly I do that, I'm not sure. If anybody's got any ideas, what I was thinking is possibly if I could make a strap on there that would, I don't know, maybe if it was pinned. I don't know, it's something I need to think about. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick update on the car. Now, the stuff has not arrived from Holland yet, so this is the bits that I need for the windscreen rubber and everything else. I don't know why. He said he had it in stock and it hasn't turned up yet, but hopefully the start of this week. So they are two of the jobs that I want to get done. And the other thing I'm going for is I want to put floor mats in the car. And what Jonathan asked me to do was wait until we'd actually got the carpets in. I put this paper in it just to save it. You can see all the dust has come down. And what I'm going to do now is I'll measure this area, just this one in the front and the one on the other side, and make him a drawing. And what I'm going to do is use this darker wool, this what they call new tan, this colour here. You can see, okay, that's quite stark against it, I know. But that'll at least keep it clean, and it might kind of go quite well with the wood. I don't know, maybe that's too dark, but it's only they're only going to be over covers, and I think that'll just keep it that little bit cleaner. These are a bit darker. Or maybe that one, I don't know, we'll see. But he's going to make some over carpets for me anyway, and hopefully they'll look nice when they're done. So as you can see, I put some pictures up from another restoration of exactly what this tonneau cover looks like, and you can see the hood obviously is down in this position and not pinned to the back of the tonneau. Here the tonneau's on and stretched, but you can see that the hood is actually collapsed underneath and completely tucked away. And in this last picture you can see where it's actually torn, and you can see how much nicer that looks compared to the canvas one that I had, and I think you agree it's the way to go. So I just wanted to let you know, I've had a few days off and rested, and the sciatic nerve it's been sore, but nothing like the pain I had on the Tuesday when it actually happened and I was working on the track mini. But I've been today to a wellness centre, health spa, that my wife uses 2 or 3 times a year, and she managed to get me an appointment with one of the orthopaedic or chiro guys, and he's worked on that sciatic nerve, or that trapped nerve. It was bloody painful, but I do feel a lot better for it. I just hope it's going to be okay. The downside is, or the upside, whichever way you want to look at it, is my wife is in Dubai. She's there for one of the exhibition shows that she runs, and I'm going to join her on the 22nd, so I'll be out of the country for 5 days, and then I come back on the 27th. I was going to come back later, but unfortunately it conflicted with the Red Bull ring, the Ventilspiel. So I'm going to come back on the 27th. That's on the late Wednesday night. So we have only really the 28th to prepare, but there'll be everything will be prepared before I go anyway. And on the 29th we'll go up, which is the Friday, but we won't go up till Friday later in the day after lunch, because the circuit's obviously hired out to somebody else on the Friday, and Saturday to the Ventilspiel. So on the Friday I'll go up there a little bit later so that we can get the vehicle parked up and get all the parts and stuff like that. We've got hotels booked already, so we're staying in a hotel Friday night. We'll do the race on Saturday, pack up and come back here Saturday night. So I just wanted to give you a little thing where we are with the car now. Really, it's a matter of waiting for these parts, and I really thought they would be here by now, but maybe they'll come this week with a bit of luck. But I'm feeling a lot better, and I'd like to thank everybody for sending their best wishes and so on. But I'm sure a lot of people who watch this are my age, younger and older. I don't know, but that's the way it looks. And back pain is unbelievable. I mean, it's just when it happened and I stretched too far, the pain was just unbelievable. I really nearly took my breath away. So I obviously can't do that. So what I've done now, and you'll see a video on this later, is I've taken the front off the Mini because it was just too much to try and squeeze up there. I have a young friend who came over, Victor, who actually introduced me to this Ventilspiel, and he was getting a sore back trying to put his hand up there and get it off. So in the end I thought, no, that's it, forget it, just take it, just do it and take it off and get it done properly. So that's what I've done. Anyway, as I say, just want to give you a little update on the XK, where we're going with it, and as I say, as soon as the parts come, we can take all this back out, get that windscreen fitted once and for all, put everything back in, and then really work on this chrome, because I think the chrome's going to be extremely difficult to put in. They say it's one of the fiddliest jobs there is, and then we'll work on it again. So as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, and enjoy your hobby. Take care.